P all the time. Who better to bring that out of you than the Beast Boy?
To Westbrook. Runner here won't go down. Washington basketball. Beal against the former MVP. Jabari Parker rocking the rim. Feed the big fella. Point to the passer.
So good when you get everybody involved, in particular your bigs. You get them going, they'll run the court faster, and guess what? They'll set harder screens because they're actually in the game.
Into the front court comes Wall. Up 5. Good. Off a spin. What do you see in John Wall's game, Jay, that sets him apart?
That he can probably finish with his left hand better than he can finish with his right. I remember watching him in high school. He was jumping off his right foot and dunking the ball lefty as if it was that easy. He can do it with both hands, which makes him way more efficient around the rim.
Beal, deep right corner. Great feed. Jabari Parker. That's now 4. He hasn't missed.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Russell Westbrook, defended by Wall. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Russell Westbrook at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. A career 81% free throw shooter. Wall against Westbrook. Fires the 3, buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jogging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
Trevor Ariza with the block.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Got it.
I like that aggression early. You never just settle for jumpers. You attack, you attack, you attack. Then when they back off, you'll have room to shoot that, Jay.
Paul George. Lets it fly from long range.
Number 31.
Andre Robertson is going to get a chance at 3 here. For his career, 46%. For his free throw is good. It's the second. One more coming. Knocks down all 3 at the line. Flash scores at the rim.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Nothing going here on that drive. To Paul George. From long range. He made his first effort, but not that time. Into the front court. It's Wall. Just under a minute to play here in this opening quarter. And the finish. Slam dunk. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some 3s.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc to George. Beyond the arc for 3. Much needed bucket right there with the 3. This game, long way to go. They're back within 10.
This isn't going to be a rollover game. That's the kind of facial expressions you need from somebody who's ready to fight.
And a putback slam.
That's a good run right here to end the first quarter to open up that lead. If you're the coach of this team, you have to like the effort your guys are giving.
Westbrook to Paul George. Short jumper won't fall. Knocked loose. Thunder have it. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
The defense is doing such a good job of denying him the ball and really getting in his pocket, but he got that one to go.
For 3, and that's rebounded by the Thunder. Deep 3 at the buzzer. So we are through 1 here at Capital One Arena with the Wizards out in front. Jay and I back with more from our nation's capital. After this, you're tuned in. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. It's Washington with the basketball. Wall. Stuffs it down with authority. Jay, we're seeing more of the same to start the second.
It's called settle for more. Just because a defender gives you space doesn't mean that you need to take the jump shot. Keep attacking the rim. It will open up eventually.
Over to the right side. Going to launch beyond the arc. Off the assist.
And you best believe that every one of those that goes in fills the confidence meter.
Across midcourt, it's Schroeder. Trailing by 14. Turns and slams it down.
Like my old coach used to say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's way too easy. Just keep attacking. It's easy money.
Here's Schroeder with it. Minute gone by in this second quarter. Dwight Howard, huge block.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Oh, Dennis Schroeder. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable, and almost the physicality of the game centers them and puts them right on balance every time.
Schroeder with the basketball. His guys down big. Count the bucket for two.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Wizards at the controls. Wall matched up with Noel. To Howard. And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
Dwight Howard at the line for two shots. 56% for his career. First try, no good. Second one goes. It's a one of two trip. Across midcourt, it's Schroeder. Trailing by 15. Dwight Howard tips it. That's his third block this evening.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Gets a look. Can't hit. To Adams. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Wizards with the basketball. Wall. Here again, Schroeder. Trying to cash in. Wide open look. Won't go.
Oh, I like that. You got the defense rotating from side to side. They're even recovering late, but still you got to make that one.
And the basket good at the rim.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
To Wall. Has a chance. Anthony with the rebound. From the painted area, won't go down. To Anthony. 4-3. Off the iron. Slams it home on the putback.
And I got a chance to hear a lot of the conversation at the bench. And one of the things they called out was owning the backboards. Looks like the message is really getting through.
And the reward, he's going to the line.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Bradley Beal has got two shots coming. For his career, 79% at the line. So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second. Here's Schroeder with it. They find themselves down 10. To Anthony. Schroeder. It's Beal with the rebound. The drive right to the basket. Bradley Beal. 2 of 4 now.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
It's no good. Shots not going down. To Beal. Fires the three. The rebound belongs to Oklahoma City. Felton into the front court. Counting down toward a minute to go in this first half. Cashes in for two.
Some players are just built to absorb the contact. He pretty much dusted that defender off like that was a bug at the park.
Carmelo Anthony snatching it out of the air.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Lays it up and in.
This game is so mental. Trust me, some nights you get poor effort defensively, you can't make any shots, then you see the ball go in, boom, switch turned on.
Changes coming from both sides right now. Wall into the front court. It's an 8-point lead. Knocked loose. Westbrook. George knocks it down and the foul. And a chance now at a 4-point play.
The defender cannot be caught with his hand staying in the cookie jar. What I mean, contesting that pocket. You have to keep that hand going in and out, going in and out. Keep the offensive player thinking about where your hands are at all times.
Wall with it up top. 4 points the differential as we come up on halftime. Russell Westbrook swats it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Down to Westbrook. Oh, Russell Westbrook. He's 3 for 7.
Why not? Russell Westbrook is the only guy stopping Russell Westbrook. And when he decides to put his head down and go to the rim, he's going to the rim. It's that easy.
The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk.
It can only be one of two things here. One, the defender ran out of gas. Or two, this dude is just unstoppable.
He wants it at the rim and scores.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Straight on three. At the buzzer. That's it for the first half. Wizards have the lead.
And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us, and see you again after the game.
Wizards have it. To Beal. Won't go down. Defender's lucky he wasn't called.
And when you miss so many chippies right around the rim, you look at their points in the paint production. The first half, they were great. Second half, not so much.
Wall across the timeline. His guys lead here early stages, third quarter. Oh, big finish at the rim.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Paul George locked in. Hits the tough three. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
And finishes strong.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Washington basketball to Beal. Here's a chance from long range, and Bradley Beal, all muscle memory, puts it to good use there.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Oh, Russell Westbrook. With that, he's 5 for 9. The inner beast of Westbrook, sheer determination.
I don't think anybody got the license plate or not hit and run. And there is no one, I repeat, no one in the game of basketball with the first step in the explosion of Russell Westbrook.
Westbrook with the basketball. His guys trail now by 4. To George. Fires the three. Paul George can't get that one to go. Defense all over him. Parker with it. Looking to make something happen. Short jumper won't Go down to Adams. Strong finish for Paul George.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next-level elite PG. No doubt about it, this year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
Has a look. It's George with the rebound. To Anthony. Adams. To Paul George. Lets it fly from long range. That's off the side of the rim, short. George. That's off the side of the rim, no good.
Shoot or shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
And strokes it.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Russell Westbrook up against John Wall. Knocks it down from mid-range.
So deadly. Now look, part of that is God-given talent. But the other part is that ball speed combined with that handle. Oh, that's off the charts. But he always finds a way to slow himself down right before he goes into that shot.
Oklahoma City ball. And the finish at the rim. You can try and body him up, but he'll still run right through you.
It's the way he attacks that makes him so dangerous. He chips off a piece of your body one possession at a time. First it's your arm, then it's your leg, and then inevitably it's your soul.
Trying to cash in. Missed that one. His coach cannot be a happy camper. Has a chance. And Carmelo grabs the rebound. Westbrook into the front court. Our score all even in this third quarter. To Beal. And scores. Nice move, Jay.
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
The Thunder will use a timeout as they'll make sure they're aligned here in a two-point basketball game. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Gets it in the left corner. Westbrook cleans it up. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
It's Washington with the basketball. Beal to Wall. Driving right to the basket. Down the lane to lay it in.
You see, here's why versatility is so imperative for your offensive repertoire. If you're a one-trick pony as a defender, I know exactly how to defend you because you only do one thing. But if you have versatility, then the coach can put you in multiple looks within the offense, and you can get it any way you want it.
Into the front court comes Wall. Shot clock turned off as they try to extend the lead. There it is, John Wall. Oh, 3 for 8. He's got to do better.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Just inside the arc, at the buzzer. That's the end of the third quarter. The Wizards out in front. The Thunder have it to start the fourth quarter. We've got a one-possession game going on. This has the look of a race that's going down to the wire.
And it looked that way from the very beginning, but this is where the coaches and the best players on the floor really earn their money. Down the stretch, it's game time.
Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Wall against Schroeder. Tight space with the crossover. Yes, and a foul. Hell of a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
John Wall Trying to cash in on the three-point play. For his career, 78% at the line. Missed it at the line. Knocked loose. Picked up by the Thunder. From long range, buries it on the catch and shoot.
And I don't know why the defense continues to help on guys that drive. Make them take shots over your bigs. By you helping more, you're just leaving three-point shooters open on the perimeter.
Steven Adams pins it.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
OKC ball. Schroeder to Adams. Dennis Schroeder. Oh, Dennis Schroeder. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
Just because someone is listening to you doesn't mean that they actually hear you. At the end of the game, when players get tired, they listen to what the assignment was, but they didn't hear what it was.
Paul George fires, add 2 points to the board. Into the front court, it's Wall. The deficit is 6. Great pass to set it up. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down.
And Ed, here's my offensive theory. More touches, more points. This is a fast-paced league. Either the coaches adapt or you'll be left behind.
To Schroeder. George to Schroeder. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Misfires. It's no good. Wall into the front court. Trailing by 4. Beyond the arc for 3. Yes. Or in the case of the defense, not good.
Consistency wins a game. Sometimes you have to double down. I'm sure that's what their coach told them to do in the locker room. Keep shooting your shot.
Now a whistle. And we're going to get a timeout from OKC. That's their first of the final 3 minutes. That leaves them with 1 remaining.
You know, Ed, usually in timeouts, you see coaches give these rah-rah speeches. And what happens is it goes through the player's left ear and out the right. They don't pay attention. I've been a part of those huddles. What I just saw, though, I saw a coach snap a clipboard. No doubt about it. He has his team's attention.
Paul George. Slam dunk, Russell Westbrook.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Wall with it up top. His guys down 3. Flushes it home.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Schroeder to Westbrook. Now a steal by Washington.
From a guy who's been there before, tomorrow morning you'll wake up and you would have wished this was a bad dream. But in reality, all you could do is knock the cobwebs off and let it fuel you for tomorrow.
To Westbrook. Russell Westbrook rocking the rim. Whoa, he got up there.
Just showing you that 40-inch vertical.
Knocked loose. Love the hustle. Sprawl down on the deck. And a backcourt violation. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Finish that.
I know he was absolutely shocked he was so open. I know we were shocked he was open. You got to make those.
Deep left corner to Schroeder for 3. Can't connect. It's no good. To Parker. From the painted area, won't go down. To George. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
The Thunder have the possession. George, defended by Trevor Ariza. Oh, emphatic slam.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Oh, he was wide open. It's not going to be pretty when they watch the video. Someone's getting chewed out.
There's only so many times you can hide from the truth. That was horrific defense. Just got to get it back on the next possession.
Now the Wizards going to take the timeout. It's their first of the final 3 minutes. That leaves them with one more chance to stop the clock before the buzzer sounds. Short jumper won't go down. Here comes the intentional foul, but they did have one to give, so no free throws yet. They'll shoot after the next foul.
Smart play. You have fouls to use. Good way to manage the clock without burning a timeout.
George, that's off the side of the rim, short.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
And they'll get the intentional foul. So 2 free throws coming up, and you figure 1 out of 2 could be enough to seal the deal.
Ed, what's that old saying? Ruffled feathers do not flock together. Well, actually, I just made that up. But what it means is that play will cause a little havoc. As designed, the team that uses it to galvanize as a unit will have the advantage.
Whistle stops play. Timeout for Washington. It's their second and final one of the last 3 minutes. They cannot stop the clock again. Deep 3 at the buzzer.
That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance.
First foul in the final.
First try at the line, no good. And he misses the second. And he converts on the free throw. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Thunder. Good victory here for the Thunder as they win this one by 4. That'll wrap things up for Jay.
See y'all next time. Jalen Rose signing out.